Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Friday, April 9th, 2021 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I nurture the love energy that I am. Oh my goodness, today's astro energy definitely getting some strong downloads in and through this. And you may find that for yourself as well in this astro energy today. So we are in dark of the moon in Pisces, building to that new moon. So remember, dark of the moon can bring stuff up. So if you're facing stuff, if it feels karmic, if it feels a little heavy, how can you approach it with love? That is the overwhelming feeling of the energy today, is the energy of love, the energy of kindness, remembering that as the heart of us. We actually have that conjunction today, the Mercury Chiron conjunction, and this feels very potent, and there's a very important lesson with it, and basically that is, it just left my brain. The words left my brain, but the feeling's still there. So let my words lead to love. Let what I say, speak, think, be filled with love, lead with joy, bring kindness. Now, let me be fair. The joy and the love thing, they may be a little bit different because sometimes words that are spoken with love can bring us to healing points. It doesn't necessarily always feel delightful and joyful, but it can be spoken with kindness. And although we are in Aries, which can be quite fiery, this to me is the healing energy that we want to remember as we are speaking, as we are sharing. Let my words, let my thoughts lead to love. So as I was, sitting here just feeling through the energies, that came in super strong. So keep that in mind in and through the day. Now, do be aware, there may be dubious thoughts, there may be challenging thoughts coming up, but how can you approach these energies with the healing energy of love? Now, even though Aries energy isn't completely about love, I think the universe, the heart of the universe is about love. Aries energy connects to soul, and I believe soul is deeply connected to the energy of love. I love that quote by Rumi, you are the heart of the universe and your name is love. Like remembering that as your truest power, as your truest self can help with this healing energy. So holding that in and through you through the day will support you through any energies coming up. And in fact, in regards to any like past life energies coming up, what I really get with that is like, stay calm, stay kind. It's coming up to be released. It's not coming up to fight you, to battle you, to injure you. It's coming up to be healed and released. And a lot of times we can face it with that kindness, with love, with calm, without panicking. Whew, wow, I feel a collective breath, even in just saying that. So recognize that in the astro energies for today. So that Mercury Chiron connection is actually happening like right after midnight Pacific time. But we will have it, holding strong with us as we move through the day. Now, there are a few other potent energies to look at. I've been talking about this a little bit this week, but we do have Saturn aligning with the North Node in Gemini today. So the North Node, again, reminds us of that North Star path. And it's so interesting because we've got that North Node in Gemini, we've got Mars in Gemini. They're two of the focal points of the day. And we have that Mercury energy connecting to Chiron. Mercury rules the energy of Gemini, the sign of Gemini. So again, there's this call to lead with love, to lead with the healing energy of love in our actions, in our words, in our intentions. Intent. Joe always says, what is his quote? He's not in here to ask, but intent is the mother of all movement. We always do move from this place of intent. So holding that intent to heal with love, to speak with love, to bring about love through our words, through our thoughts, that energy today will be so potent. So as Saturn, planet of purpose and alignment, connects to North Node, North Star destiny energy, we want to be purposeful in our intent, in our actions, in how we are moving through this energy. Now, at the same time, we do have Mars squaring Neptune. So we may find that some of our movement is also called about by past life / karmic energies, and we may feel a little bit confused in our movement. However, if we can hold that intent, you'll be fine in how you're moving. We also want to be aware that as Saturn connects to the North Node, it will also be connecting to the South Node. So do watch for repeat patterns. And again, if you're staying calm, if you're staying kind, if you're staying in love, maybe you're not going to repeat the same pattern. Now, let me do one more thing. Remember, we have the Sun in Aries, so all of this energy is generated in the self. So, for instance, you might be like, well, I love this abusive boyfriend, so I'm going to stay with them because I'm supposed to be moving out of love. Moving out of love in that direction may actually not be very loving to them because they may need the wake-up call of you loving yourself first. So do keep that in mind. And again, this can be done with kindness and with loving intent. So keep that in mind through these energies, that you can move in a loving way, even if another person doesn't necessarily see it as loving. You know, this thing keeps coming up for me. It's been coming up in regards to actually a friend quite a bit. It's a story, a Rumi story, and I can't remember the entire gist of it, but basically there is a man sleeping, and this other man comes up and like picks up his boot and like chucks it, throws it like across the pond, and he's like, WTF, mate, why would you do that? Definitely not the words Ruby uses, right? These are me paraphrasings. And he's like, that's so unkind of you, why would you do that? And the story of Rumi is like, basically, well, there's actually a cobra curled up inside, and the second you put your foot in there, you probably would have died. And what it says is sometimes acts of destruction, acts that look like destruction, are really coming from a place of love. And so again, we have to use caution with this anecdote, with this analogy, but do keep that in mind through this energy so that you don't trip yourself up. What is your intent? What is that alignment? And standing strong and rooted in and through that energy. Now, speaking of chucking things, we will have the moon in Pisces squaring that Mars energy. So anytime moon and Mars come together, you also may find some temper tantrums. And it may be temper tantrum in regards to like, where am I? Who am I? Am I going this way or that way? Alice in Wonderland. Like, it doesn't matter where you're going if you don't know where you're going, right? Like I mentioned yesterday. So watch for some of that coming up. Let's see, when is the moon and Mars coming? That's early in the morning. So it may also be one of those mornings like, especially with the strong Neptune energy, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to move. Getting out of bed could actually cause the temper tantrum. How can you love on yourself? How can you move with intent when you are ready to slug yourself out of bed? So do keep that in mind, but it will shift. It will move on. As we move through the day, the moon will also connect to Pluto energy. So empowerment, any of this old stuff that's coming up, past life stuff, approaching it with kindness, approaching it with calmness, approaching it with love. Seriously, this was downloaded over and over and over for me. We then have void of course moon, hopefully a calm evening, and the moon, I love this, will shift into Aries, bringing us closer into the new moon on Sunday at 11:11 p.m. Pacific time. So we are finding our alignment. We are moving through this portal. Even though this day isn't super major astro-wise, it does feel like an opportunity to step up. So do keep that in mind. So, I didn't even show you. Oh, speak of that. Do keep that in mind. That was actually a card that was reversed. I love the cards that we have today. We have the success card and the intensity card. We're moving forward in a beautiful way, especially in this alignment, staying receptive, open to the energies of the universe. How do we do that? Spending a little time in the aloneness, in the hermit energy, downloading, connecting to the universe, feeling your energy, letting your energy fill in a bubble around you, and not getting too caught up in the mind, not like overthinking things. Keep bringing your intent back to, may my words bring healing, may my words bring love. That's all you really need to bring yourself through today. So I still have my reading sale going, $44 for a half-hour reading. I had some beautiful readings today. It lights me up. It makes me feel connected doing this. So I look forward to reading for you. Email me to set that up. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and stay curious. Namaste.